Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of. You have to do like this, remember? Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
table.
ready.
Okay. Again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Como Mili Pili. Oh my god, that was so nice.
I've been listening so much to your podcast, so huge fan.
Oh my god, I got a
That's
fun
why.
here. I think you were the first guest that actually
Watches it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know that. I don't know about Greti and Sofia because I mean they were with Celia, so I don't know about them.
Yeah, I don't know either, but for me, it's because I drive in a car a lot,
Yes,
so that's why.
yes, because Valerie has her own car.
Yeah,
Yes, it's like
not
not every.
officially yet, but
It is
my
kind of
own, yeah.
officially your own car. You're like, I was thinking that you're like one of the only 22nd per year old person, 22-year-old people that have their own car. I mean, probably I'm missing a lot of people from Morocco.
I think so.
Yeah, Morocco. I'm
Not
thinking-
just Morocco. I think it's kind of usual.
I've never. I don't in Spain. I don't think so. I think one of I don't know a lot of people that have their driver's license in Spain. So
I don't know why, but in Czech, pretty usual. I feel like people have their cars from their parents very often.
like you got your first car when like from your grandfather, no?
Yeah, it's from my grandfather. We actually forced it on him with my mom once,
Okay.
just because he was getting way too old to drive.
Uh-huh.
So it happened to be like convenient that I got my driving license, and then we just came to his home and we were like, "Hey, so I'm taking your car," and he was like, "No,"
Poor man.
but then we took it.
Poor man. You're like, we're taking your car. You have no saying on this. Okay.
But it was actually the best car I could start with. It was 2001,
Mhm.
and like really bad clutch and really bad
Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So perfect for training, and I could just do whatever I wanted with it.
Because like if you hit it, like
Yeah.
nothing could have been like it would have been the end of the world.
Yeah,
It-
exactly.
It hurts more if you hit a new car.
Yeah, I would not dare to drive a new car.
No, I
Right
actually drove
after.
my mom's new car not that long ago. It's not new, but I almost hit it. Actually, I did hit it.
my.
'Cause I was
Oh
like,
my.
Go driving and then I hit it under, like, because we
Oh,
were
yeah,
going on the
okay.
bumps,
Yeah.
you know, and I hit it
Happens.
under. And then parking, I almost did. My mom even took a picture. I was like a millimeter away from. Okay, Valerie, I'm gonna stop talking because I do drive your car sometimes, so I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah.
Was it?
Good
Is it?
idea.
Is it expensive to get your driver's license actually in Czech Republic? I don't know.
Not at all. Not at all. It's like 3,000 Danish crowns.
Okay.
4,000 now, maybe.
Okay, I need to make the math. Isn't it that like 800 euros? I really don't know. Do you know?
3,000 Danish crowns is
Yeah.
like 400 euros.
Oh yeah, sure. No more. Yeah, yeah, 400 euros.
I speak euros better than you.
Yes, I kind forget. Sometimes I do very bad math. I'm like 30 times 7. I forget.
Yeah.
It's really bad. But that's nothing. I spend so much. My mom paid for my first part. My dad paid. I don't know. My parents paid for like my first part, like the theory, and I paid for the second part, and it was so expensive. All
Yeah,
my
like you had
savings,
to
like
repeat.
yes, because I failed the theory. It's very embarrassing because no one fails the theory in Spain. I think no one fails the theory anywhere. But I failed the theory twice. First
It's
time, thank you. First time because I really thought I got it. Like I just make two very dumb mistakes. Like after getting out of the exam, I was like, fuck, this was not like this. I made a mistake. And then the second time I went too confident. I was like, I know it. I don't have to study again.
Yeah.
And I failed. And then third time I passed. So, and then my my practice, I failed first time and I passed on the second time. Still was very expensive. And I paid for my lessons and everything. And that was so much money. I don't know how much it was. A lot. Like,
Yeah.
for,
But
I don't know. a lot.
everywhere it's really expensive, and I don't understand why. Actually, I do. Well, it's more like I don't understand why in Czech Republic it's so cheap, because it's really cheap. It's literally like
It's like anyone can afford it.
yeah,
It's like, does everyone get their driver's license when they turn 18?
yeah, almost everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like not like that in Spain. Not even no. I think now there's like the government is helping people to get their driver's license, but still, It's very bad. In Morocco, on the other hand, it's so easy. It's kind of scary.
I've
It's
heard.
so easy. I don't want to say. I heard rumors. I don't know how to pronounce that word. That you can buy the driver's license, so you pay an amount. Let's say I don't know, 1,000 euros, and then they tell you to go to the theory, and then you don't do much in the theory. They're like, you can just put whatever, you'll pass. And then the practice exam is basically a road, empty, no one is there, and you have to like turn and then park. Like it's like you go forward, then you turn, you park, and then you pass.
Just do it.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like, well, now I don't know exactly, but in India, it I've heard from a person that you can actually get the driving license really easy. And especially because anyone who with a driving license can teach you. And when I was told this, I was thinking about it. Is this why the traffic and like the rules are just
so bad?
I don't want to say so bad.
Yeah, it is
but
pretty
it's like,
bad.
if someone teaches you how to drive without, those rules, and then you pass it on to the next generation, and then they pass it on, then I don't want to say that they drive without rules. It's just like different rules as we have. They have their own rules. For example, if you blink, if you like put the long lights on some other car, you can drive even though you don't have the right of the way. That's what we've been told.
So it's like if people come forward, you mean?
Yeah.
And there's like two people on they want to go through the same bridge, let's say.
Yeah.
Whoever puts the long lights first goes first.
Yeah. And then you don't have a choice, but you have to let them. Or the same goes with roundabouts. If you push yourself in, then you have the right of way. I don't know.
Like you have the right to be on the roundabout, on the roundabout. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Have you ever because you've been to India with our friend Greti, have you ever when you were there ever dared or had the idea of okay, I think I could drive here?
I was actually tempted. I really wanted to. I mean, especially because we were kind of in the same place without the opportunity to go out for a month and a half. So I was like, I really want to have a car here right now. And I was thinking, can I maybe rent something? Can I don't know, find a way how to drive a car? I wouldn't be scared, I think.
What about I don't know.
It's like after being there for some time, you figure out how it works. So actually they have rules. It's just different to ours.
What about the signs? Are the signs same as Europe, let's say? Yeah. Interesting. And what about the roads, the lines?
I mean, they have the lines, but they don't really respect it at all. I don't want it to sound bad, but this is just how it is. They drive, and even though there's no one, they just drive in the middle, for example. And the line is underneath your car. It's just, you don't drive in one lane. The same goes with overtaking or just going to
Can you
another
overtake
lane.
From any side, I guess?
Any side.
It doesn't matter.
No.
I'm overtaking. Let's go. And what about taxis? Also the same? Because you don't, there's how they called?
Rickshaw.
The rickshaws, yeah. Do you need a driver's license for that?
I don't know, but I think so.
Okay. And it's like a motorbike, right?
Yeah, it's like a motorbike, but closed. Yeah, it's 3 wheels. So.
Okay. I've seen them on your videos and stuff.
It's really cool, and it's so nice into the heat because the
air. Yeah.
Ventilates. You don't sweat in. But there's actually no air condition, of course. So if you are stuck in the traffic, it's even worse.
Oh gosh.
Because you just sweat in there and you're just sitting for 20 minutes going 3 kilometers.
Oh gosh. Is it is it in India, is it true that there's a lot of, I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure it's true, but have you noticed the amount of people that live there?
Yeah.
That there's a lot of people living there. It's one of the most populated countries in the world.
Yeah, I mean, for sure in the big cities, because those big cities are just triple the size of Czech Republic. Delhi has 33 million people. And
wow.
There was another city that we went to for a week that had 10 million people, which is the size of Czech Republic, and that's just one city. So when there's something happening and there's the traffic is just stuck, you for sure notice.
And people can I know it's a pretty poor country. I just don't want to be incorrect on the way I'm saying things or racist or anything.
Like,
but can people afford cars and stuff? Like,
yeah.
So it's like it's pretty normal to have a car in your.
It really depends if you go to the city or if you go off road, or if you go to some villages. In the villages or small cities, we've seen that there's, for example, one rickshaw, and there's.
So the camera stopped. Pretty normal when we record. Okay,
Was
sorry
that me?
for that.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It was me. So you were saying that like in the big cities and in the there's a big difference with the
of course.
You were saying I don't know the name of the motorbike.
Rickshaw.
Yes. So you were saying that there's like you were riding one. No, you were on one. Do you remember what you were going to say?
I think I was saying that people go to work on those. So adult people, when they go to office or something, they just go into this tiny rickshaw, like 10 or 15 people.
10. Wait, what?
Yeah, 10. It's like
how many people can fit there normally?
It actually depends in which state in India you are, because in some states it's illegal to have more than 4 on board.
Okay.
Something like that. But in Telangana, where we were, there is no rule for such a thing like that.
Okay.
So it could fit 15 people, adult people.
How, like
they would have
people
to be
on top of each other?
Yeah, on top of each other. And then some people were in the back, so it could open. Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
It could open in the back, and we were also sitting there once. We were just sitting with our feet out to the highway.
Okay.
And then we were just going like full speed.
And it goes through the highway?
Yes. It's just like, it depends. You don't really call. It's like, I would say that it wasn't a highway, but they were saying that it was a highway.
Okay, so what was it? More like a
motorway. Like it was 2 lines on each side.
Okay, so like the roads here, like that connect like our towns here in Denmark.
No, that's just 1 lane on each side.
So a bit okay, I see now.
Sometimes it was 3 lanes.
Okay, so it could have been like a highway, and you were going full on speed like 90, 100.
It's a rickshaw, so it's going slower, but still, it's like our feet are completely outside. You know,
God!
And then there are other vehicles going fast around us. And
have you ever like felt like you were maybe about to die or something?
I was actually a little bit scared once when we went on a motorbike, and I was going with this guy who had some kind of disability, so he had like the motorbike for disabled people, because his legs were not working as they were supposed to or something. So I was sitting in the back behind him, and I was like first time on a motorbike at all, and we were just going really fast and in the small streets and in the market, and then there were a lot of bumps, because if it's on the market and if it's like off the motorway, it's not the best road.
How many people were in the motorbike when you were there?
That was just me and him, but then Greti went on board because, we had to rush back home.
Okay.
And she just hopped on. And then, it was like, I was thinking, oh, this is the best day of my life.
Oh my God.
It was so much fun to just drive.
God.
I don't know.
I've seen crazy things in Morocco, but I think not the motorbike thingy, but I've seen my friends had motorbikes when I was in high school, so there would be like maybe 4 or 5 of them, but they were like kids, not kids, like teenagers,
Yeah, but we've seen 5 people on one motorbike once, and it was so funny because then it was like 2 kids.
Yes.
And they were both sleeping, and they had their heads like on one of them was on one shoulder of the dad, and the other one was the other way.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. We have a picture.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah. And then behind him there was another kid, and behind the kid was a wife.
Okay.
Just small motorbike.
That's so funny. That's so funny. But did you like it there in India, apart from like all the craziness?
I liked it very much. It's a beautiful country. And beautiful people.
What would you say? Sorry, yeah, you wanted to say?
No.
What would you say that was like your biggest cultural shock? Like, Yeah.
Actually, I would say it's the religion because I come from Czech Republic, right? I don't know if you mentioned that. We didn't mention.
I don't
about
know.
it.
Just tell me.
Yeah.
I'll if you did, I'll act like you've never told me.
And anyways, Czech Republic is a very non-religious country, I would say. I think it's kind of coming back to being religious, but in its own way. And then I went to Denmark, which is also not very religious. I mean, there are religious people here, but not really
like
on the
religious
same level.
Yeah, not religious as a whole of a country. Like not everyone in the streets is religious and stuff.
And also not just religious, but in India, they were practicing as well the religion. It was like every day they would be praying and they would be bowing their heads to something higher, and that's just, it changes you as a person. And that's like the biggest, I guess it's not a cultural shock.
It kind of, yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's like not something that I don't know. What is a cultural shock?
Cultural shock, you go to another culture and something chucks you.
Well, then.
It's like, well, I don't know. If when I go to Czech Republic and I see something like, wow, I've never seen this in another country, or like this doesn't, that could be a cultural shock. I mean, it's something that is happening in the culture of India.
Yeah, I would say so. And it's just, it's a different atmosphere. I don't know if you can describe it. You just have to go there and live it.
Okay, Valerie, tomorrow I'll buy a 3,000 crown ticket one way to India and never go back. I just realized, before we keep talking, you were right. I barely introduced you, and we've been like 20 minutes talking.
It's okay.
Valerie, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, and then we go back to the topic?
Okay, my name is Valerie.
Oh my god.
I come from Czech Republic. I've been living there I lived there for my whole life. And then I moved to Denmark for the same reason as Nadia. Classmates.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing.
Best friends forever.
Yeah. And
that's it. That's Valerie.
That's it.
And she speaks fluently Danish.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. And you speak fluent Danish for, you've been living here. We've been living here for the exact same amount of time. And she speaks fluent Danish, and I do not.
You know why?
Why?
Because I try. It's because I actually try.
Okay.
And I practice a lot. I read Danish books. I listen to Danish things.
I've been attacked.
I listen to Danish radio, and I repeat the things they say so I can correct my pronunciation.
Okay.
If you ever want tips on how to learn Danish fast, Nadia, it's for you.
I'm not even trying. I don't care at this point. It's such a hard language. I understand a little bit. That I'm good with that. But yeah, we'll go back to that. I don't want to talk about that right now. But yes, and you've been to India and you lived there for 2 months, and now we go back to the topic if it's okay. Almost 3 months. Oh my god! I just silenced my phone. I don't know why it's not on silence.
Disturbing.
But yes, and that was like your biggest cultural shock about religion and stuff. Do you think, like, you know how I've asked you this before, but our listeners don't know. You know how a lot of people pay a lot of money to go to India and meditate and do yoga and transform themselves. I mean, you didn't go for that reason, but did you actually? Because you were there for teaching practice, but then you were there for a really long time without, like, you know,
for a month.
Just like traveling around and everything. Do you think that you found yourself? You, like, you know. You've been meditating. Did you meditate more?
No. I no.
Did you do any yoga though?
No.
You told me that you did. You liar.
A little bit. It's just like when we were bored in the school, but that's it.
Okay.
We did yoga and we meditated a bit, but just when we were locked up in the school.
In the school, they were kind of locked up.
No, not locked up. That sounded bad.
Yeah, they were like not allowed to leave.
For our safety.
For their safety. But then they left for a whole month and they traveled around India.
We had to fight through it, but no, it's just that it was a bit, as I said, like off the city, just far away from anything. So they were scared for us and they didn't want to let us go anywhere alone. And yeah, sometimes they just wouldn't a proof.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it makes sense. Like, I talked about it with my mom because I told her about your situation. She was like, I mean, at the same time, it makes sense because you're like two girls that like don't really know the language, the culture, the people. Makes sense. But at the same time, you know, there are grown-ups that you can try to do yourself. At the end of the day, you were there by yourselves for a whole month and nothing bad happened to you, right? Like, do you think anything?
No, but we were completely by ourselves for like a week.
Okay, completely by yourselves. Okay, I see.
2. Because first week we were with the parents of our classmate. Then
shout out to Krishna.
Very nice family.
Very nice.
And then the second week we stayed in like a residence that Greti's parents knew, like the people. So we still lived in a place that we knew the people of. Okay. And we could always ask like, okay, how do you do this? And then for another 2 weeks we were living, or less than 2 weeks, with another family that took care of us. Okay. So it was actually just a week completely on our own in Airbnb.
But, sorry. You were still like, you know, you had freedom compared to the other side, but still, okay, you were not fully by yourselves and everything, but still. I was going to ask you something and I forgot. Sorry. But like, would you say, okay, because when I've seen it on TikTok, I've seen it on social media, you told me about it. You were basically famous there because you were like, people would follow you. That was funny. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Actually, I didn't like it at all. It was so overwhelming. In the beginning, it was funny. Yeah. The first encounter was we went to buy some sandals because it was really warm and we didn't have any.
Was it right when you arrived?
Yeah, like the first day, actually. Just the first day. And we went to this Batya shop. By the way, Batya comes from Czech Republic and it's in India. It's so funny because
it's all over India.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's a Czech place. It's kind of funny.
And it's not even famous in Czech. Anyways. And yeah, so we went to the shop and we purchased. I'm sorry.
You know, it's fine. So I'm pretty sure it's an inside joke that I don't understand. Yeah? Okay.
Greti will know.
Okay. The exclusion for me and all the people that are listening. Thank you.
We purchased like 3 pairs of shoes or something together. And then the guy, he was so happy and he wanted to take a picture with us. So first he took a selfie and then he took a picture like giving us the shoes and just shaking our hands and like on the picture like shaking the hand and smiling to the camera.
Like I actually imagine him printing the picture and put it in the wall and say like, even European people buy in my store. So you should go and buy in my store.
Honestly, that was so funny. But then there was this festival and at our school and there was so many people and they just came and every like 1 meter there was someone, can we take a picture with you? Can we take a picture? And at some point it just got like, I just want to go back. No. I don't want to talk to anyone. So yeah, it was overwhelming. Even, for example, we went to KFC and there was this woman who kept coming closer and she sat next to us. She was just like looking and staring at us. Okay. And we were like, okay, let's just not notice her. Let's just keep talking and whatever. And then she came even closer and she was like, hey, can I take a selfie with you? Can I take a picture?
Do you know why?
Can I click a picture with you?
Can I click?
Yeah.
That's how they say it. Do you know why they do that? Like, had anyone explain you the reason why?
Well, I had talked to one guy. I told him actually that I'm pretty uncomfortable taking the pictures.
I mean, that people keep those pictures for themselves and they can do whatever they want with those pictures. Anyways, sorry. Just saying.
Let's not think about that. Okay. But the thing is, he said that he wants to show that picture to his family. And by this, they're saying that we're beautiful as well. Like, we're different. Okay. But we're still beautiful. And they love us even though we're different. This is how he
they love you as white people or they love you as like you?
No, like white people. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, look, we're different races, but we love you. Okay. This is what he said. And I was like, oh, sounds kind of nice.
How many people would you think that they took pictures of you? Was it everywhere you went?
Mostly. I mean, it happened so many times. I would say at least like I guess it depends if you count picture with one person or one group, because they would be like, let's take a picture all of us and then let's take singles. So we would actually stay at one place like 2 minutes and be taking single pictures with like every single one of the
What if it was like 10, 15 people, you would take individual pictures with every single one of you?
Not that many, but like if it was 5 people, for example, then yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was like, now you probably understand famous people now. Like now I feel so bad for like, because you know how I see it on social media all the time, like how people are like, oh, Billie Eilish, I want to take a picture with Billie Eilish, and then they ignore her as a person, they just want to take a picture with her. Anyways, that's another topic, but yeah, that's crazy. I think I would like it, but then I would feel super overwhelmed.
But I would say for the pictures, I would say at least 100.
Like, at least 100.
Yeah, 3 months, at least 100.
And was it like with filters? Because I've seen some of them, and I feel like some of them had filters on, and like people were.
I mean, people went crazy sometimes, so they just posted it on Instagram without our permission, and they would be like, "Look."
They said, "Did you get like people's Instagrams when people were like saying?"
Well, I didn't. We just had the common Instagram, so it was only Greti who was giving the Instagram, and I was always like, "Oh, I don't have an Instagram."
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Was true.
Not anymore. You have an Instagram now. So.
Yeah, but just 8 people.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, that's free. Then you cannot promote this episode for 8 people.
You can put it on Facebook.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you can do that. But that's pretty crazy, though. Would you go again to India?
Yes, and I kind of want to.
Anytime soon? Don't you want to like let it a space? It was just like, what,
I don't know.
2 months ago? You were there 2 months ago.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 months ago. I don't know. I really miss it in some way. Just they're so pure. They're so nice, the people. It's like all these things that people sometimes make fun about. It's just like, now I see it as like this. It's just so nice. It's so pure. It's so beautiful, you know. They just live like that. They're grateful for every single day, and it gets to you. And that, by the way, answers your question before about if I like found myself there.
Yeah.
I didn't really. It's like I didn't go there for the purpose to find myself, but interacting with all the people made me realize that it's just really simple to live a nice and happy life. It's just like that happiness is really internal. And here in Europe, we're so like closed up in our own mind, and we're like, oh, I have this problem, and then it consumes you completely, and you forget about the simple happiness about living. And that's what I loved about India. I know it maybe sounds cringy, but
no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it like, I think we talked about this, but I've never been there, I don't know, but based on the way you talk about how they live the religion, I would say, religious people tend to be happy because they know that there's a greater force out there that is like over them. So they're like, everything I'm doing is for God, or God's depends on the religion. So they're like very full, very happy. They're grateful. At least I see it on the religions that surround me, Islam and Christianity. Like people are very grateful, and they're like, everything that's happening is God's will. So it's like, what can I say, And then people don't have a reason, and like gratefulness in general, very much a thing in religion. So it makes a lot of sense. If everyone there is super religion, then it makes a lot of sense. And then here people are like, after I die, what is the reason of life? What is the meaning of life? And then people are like wondering all the time. They never find happiness because they are wondering, why are they in word or
but
in the world?
But the thing is, if you get lost in this, like, what is the purpose of life, then it's so difficult.
Yeah.
It's like you really don't know. I've been there.
I think everyone has been there. Like, I've been there.
Yeah, but if you don't have like anything to pull you out of it, I think that's why so many people are depressed or just... Okay, sorry, that's another topic, I guess.
Statement, Valerie. Statement. We don't know. Depression, we talked about it today in class. But yeah, maybe some people are,
But I think that we kind of lack purpose here. And maybe that's why people are so sad, complicated.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't want to get into that. But that's our opinion, and we are free to share that. Our opinion. Just wanted to clarify.
We're afraid to share that.
We are afraid to share our opinion on things like depression and other stuff, but it's okay. It's fine. Also, but yeah, I understand. Like, I say it in Morocco, people are so happy, so generous,
So genuine.
so genuine. There, people are just happy, you know. I love going to Morocco. It's just like a different vibe, you know. It's like you've been to Morocco too.
Yeah.
Like, did you?
Yeah, I can
do you
see it a bit,
like the similarities and everything?
But I've been there for like 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah, I would say it's not the same. Like, of course, not the same as living there for a really long time. But we can go again. Let's take you
go.
again. Yes. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I see it there. And like people are very humble, and I don't know. I mean, India is a very poor country. Do you like see that there as well? Because like people are grateful even though like they don't have a lot. Not everyone has a lot of things. Like, is the poverty like people talk about it like how India is poor and stuff? Do you?
I don't know. It really depends on if you go to which part of India you go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Europe, and you go to different states of Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and the culture in each state in India is just super different. They have different language, they have different food, a little bit different food, and different customs and all of this. So, first of all, big cities don't count. They look the same as European cities,
Do
except for
they?
the cows
Mm-hmm.
on the streets and for the old markets and for the architecture of the temples. But it's like they have malls like we do, they have cafes, they have fancy houses, they have normal houses, whatever. But then you go, as I said, outside, and yes, you can meet some poor people. It's like close to our school, actually,
Mhm.
next to our school, there was this couple living, and the only thing they had was a herd of goats, and they had
Goat hair?
herd of goats.
What is
Isn't
that?
it how you say it?
No, what are you
Like
talking about?
herd is like a big group of animals.
Ah, a bunch of goats. You probably said it right. I just don't know the terminology. You farm girl. I don't know. That's all they had?
And
Just
they
goats?
had 2 metal beds without a mattress, just like springs, and a tarp, I guess if it rains, or as a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a plastic bottle that I guess they get water
Mm-hmm.
in, even though I don't know where they get the water.
Maybe the river. Oh my god.
No.
Okay. Are the rivers nasty? Like I've seen on movies.
There's this place, Varanasi, that
Mhm.
I've heard that place has like the nasty river, and it's
They-
because they
I
put
don't know
the.
how to call, but is that in Delhi, the big river,
It's not in Delhi. It's close to Delhi.
the Ganges? It's in
Ganga,
Spain. Oh, actually, we need to take
Ganges.
a little break because the camera is gonna die soon, and I don't want it to happen again before. And then we're gonna have some ad break, and then that's where you come
Already
in.
thinking already.
Okay, I'll just pause it for a sec. Ad break.
Yoga tea,
Yoga tea.
the best tea you can ever taste,
Can you-
natural, and it gives you a quote.
Can you tell us the quote of today?
Trust is the union of intelligence and integrity. Well, sometimes the quote is nice.
Sometimes I remember we would like record each other the
Yeah,
quotes
yeah,
and
that
have
was
it on our
nice.
private Instagram. That was fun. Oh, yeah, we've been recording now for almost 40 minutes. But yeah, so overall, I would just say, how would you rate? Maybe this is more like a TikTok question, but how would you rate your experience from 1 to 10?
10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like the best, I don't know, travel experience, the life experience. Really nice.
Is it cheap? Is it a cheap country?
Yeah.
Cheaper than Denmark?
Yeah.
Everything is
mean,
cheaper
yeah.
than Denmark. Is it cheaper than Czech Republic?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cheap then. Because Czech Republic is cheap, girl. That's so nice.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you had a great time. Now you have to travel more. You
Yeah.
do travel more though. Have you ever been to like you've been to the Middle East? We don't want to specify exactly where, but let's say Palestine, because you've been to Palestine and you've been to Bethlehem
and Jerusalem
and Jerusalem
and the Dead Sea.
You've been to the Dead Sea?
Yeah, so
you
nice.
swim there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
You cannot really swim. You just lie down.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so nice. Someday I'll go there. But that's so nice. Recommend it.
Not now.
No. It's so sad. So sad. Let's not talk about that because otherwise I get so depressed. I get so sad. No, it's fine. But yeah, you've been to like the Middle East. You've been to India now. You've been to Morocco.
Yeah.
What other places you've been to?
Outside of Europe?
Yeah.
Is Iceland outside of Europe?
No.
then everything else in Europe. I was like, it's so high up.
Isn't it Scandinavia? I think it's Scandinavia.
It's not Scandinavia.
I think it's like a Scandinavian country.
I mean, the language is kind of...
I think it is in Scandinavia. I want to Google it now. We'll look it up later.
It's just that it's outside of the closed up Europe.
Okay, it's outside the
I would say it's like the Arctic.
Okay.
I'm probably...
How was it in Iceland? Have you seen the Northern Lights?
Not in Iceland. I saw it first time with you in Norway.
True. Norway, best place if you want to go to see the Northern Lights, guys. March, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, but March. The key is March. But yeah. And how was it in Iceland? Was it nice? Was it cold?
It was really nice. It was cozy. It was like a lot of snow everywhere.
That's
nice. Winter, so yeah, like the dreamland. And then a lot of waterfalls.
It doesn't really call me Iceland. I don't know why. Just like there's nothing there. I'm a very architecture traveler, so there's nothing really there that I want to see.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, there are some really nice views, but for me, it's super touristic, and I don't really like the places that are super touristic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't really. I don't know how to explain it. Just whenever something is touristic, I don't really want to go there.
It's like there's too many people oversee it. It's like...
And then they put it on Instagram. They put it all over the internet. And then I'm like, this is nothing special.
Anymore. Yeah. I see. I kind of see what you mean, you know?
Yeah.
With like the point of like people overuse it. It's not special anymore. Yeah. So you wouldn't go to places like big cities or like you prefer going to like small places?
Actually, it's so fun because when I was traveling with my friend Susanna, we went to all these countries, but we never visited the capital city. So we went to Slovenia, we went to Serbia and Romania, but we never visited the capital city. And even if we actually went there, like I don't know, if we went through there, we never went in the actual city to see it.
Mm-hmm.
We just went to the outside.
You were like capital city? Okay, no, let's go like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. How many places have you been to in total? Do you know? I have a list.
Yes, I have a list as well.
You have a list?
Grete and I did it in India because we're very bored sometimes. So
I get it.
It was 22 countries.
22 countries.
Or 23. No, I don't remember.
I don't think I've been to that many countries in the world. Yeah.
It's just the Europe mostly.
Yeah. I mean, Europe, I was going to say it doesn't count, but it does count, I guess. It does.
Why wouldn't it count?
It does count. It's a big continent and so on. The only continent you're missing are...
I'm missing a lot of continents.
No, you're not missing that many continents. When you're missing America and Antarctica.
Australia. And
is it called like that?
I don't think so. Antarctica, yeah, it is. Antarctica.
Is it like that?
Huh?
I don't know. Do you know that like the I always confuse it with the undersea country. Atlantis. Okay, no. Antarctica. I always confuse it with, it's like, what is it? What is the right name?
But Atlantis, that's an interesting topic to talk about.
Atlantis? Why would you talk about Atlantis? What do you want me to tell you about? What do you want to say? Of the movie? The Disney movie?
No. Because of the theory.
Oh my God. Okay, next time I call you in the podcast, we're gonna talk about your crazy theories and you know a lot about those. You crazy. But yeah, really so you're only missing 3.
Yeah.
You've never been to Oceania.
No.
Greti has been to so many places. Actually, she's been to all the continents.
No, not America.
I think she's been to America. We'll never know, I guess. Some people have the luck. But yeah, I think we can close up the episode for today. But it was very nice having you here. Valerie was very nervous about today, but she did a great job.
Just listening to myself.
It's right. All my friends, all my close friends, and Thelia's close friends have to be on the podcast at least once. And you're going to be twice because you have to come back to tell us about your crazy. And I want to know more about you because we barely talked about you. Not me. I mean, I know everything about you, but like, I know. For the that you want to be a farm girl, for example, which is I think one of the coolest things about you, that you don't even you want to have a fucking farm now in your like 20s. That's crazy.
I would do it right now.
Okay, soon. But soon. That's very crazy. I think you're very cool, Valerie. I have a lot of things to share. Stop it. Okay. But we're going to close it. But before, Valerie, you know what's coming.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about it so much. And I was like, I have no idea.
Okay. But you're going to tell me, Valerie, before we close, you have to tell me, do you have any talent? Do you have anything that you think I can do this and no one else can do this?
No one else can do this?
Okay, few people.
I was thinking about saying that I can play the piano.
I don't think we can
Not
prove
good enough.
that. No, we cannot prove it.
I'm not gonna do anything here. Okay.
We cannot prove it. I wish we could prove it actually, because there's a piano right behind this wall, and not right behind this wall, but like a bit there, and it's so sad that you cannot like prove it, but it's still fine. If you don't want to say anything else, I guess that's.
I think I don't have anything else.
Okay, Valerie is a pro piano player. She really is. She's one of the best pianists I've ever seen after your mom. And that's it. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you like this episode. Let us know what you think about this episode. Please like, subscribe, and all that shit.
Wow.
That was so cringy.
I never thought I would be part of this ever. Ever.
That was so cringy.
This is the only reason why I never watch YouTube, to hear these things. And now I'm part of it.
You don't have to hear to this episode, so it's fine. Okay, let's just close it up. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode of Como Milipiri.